nadaba kuti likoma zona ati gende miyala mati gendera muja. When you look at the manually entered tally sheets, likoma APM has got less than 2,000 votes. 1,020 something thereabout votes. Koma za electronically abanga enter into the system, it shows good I need over 6,000 votes. And these are facts that I'm saying we have seen. When I say we got this, I mean WEGOTTHIS. We got this. Another example, another example, the second one, this is, hey, anyway, we just show the media the examples, what you have, just copies. Now, you can't have everywhere only Peter Mutharika increasing. Electronic. Now, that's one aspect. And as I speak to you this afternoon, we have already lodged a complaint with MEC yesterday, last night, on this one, before 10 o'clock, we had already lodged a complaint with MEC and assigned up a stamp. We can show you copies if need be, just the front page, not everything. We have submitted to MEC. You must also appreciate Goody when you submit Goody opanga announce Goody and the complaint Goody, there's a process. So sometimes when announce here, when sabanga knowledge later on, don't blame us or don't blame MEC, it's a process. Yoti katundu, it goes through stages before they make announcement. So bear with us and make as well. Oh, it's working. And make as well on that. Number 2, stuffing of ballot papers into ballot boxes in various districts. And we have an example of Mangochi Masongola. Malawians of goodwill in Mangochi called us with evidence that some took videos of people stuffing ballot papers
into ballot boxes. And last night we dispatched a team of people who this morning have done a great work and have sworn affidavits, 12 so far, from 12 monitors from 3 constituencies in Mangochi, as we speak to Panopa. We have already lodged a complaint with MEC this afternoon, and I believe it will be acknowledged later when they have a press conference about the same. And we're still comparing the same sworn affidavits from various monitors and members of goodwill, even the presiding officers who have said no, their conscience is very clear. They don't want to be under the spirit of mammon that loves money. They said no, we can't do this. We have to speak the truth. Some are coming from Blantyre and others elsewhere with the same evidence which we submit to MEC maybe tomorrow. But it is to come as Mendabanga submit the 2 examples I've given so far. Direct.
You know, on this one, you see, and that to what Togozi and that to what DPP, they were very smart on this one. They had a good game plan, including from propaganda, media, well planned. Let's give credit where it's due, but we don't know.
We got this. We got this. They are well planned and they are well organized scheme, and their plan was very good, but in an evil way. So we give them credit, they are very good at it. Planning nicely to do evil and bad things to Malawians. And for that, we give them a credit for that. The ones that planned this scheme of stuffing ballot papers into ballot boxes, they were clever. They knew that at the end of the day, Malawi Congress Party will go for physical auditing of ballot papers. Now, anapanga tupani B kuti ngati we go that route tikapeze mozo mbili nkati moja. That's why kuchoro pesa kuti of voter 181 koma mavota IPM 207,000 ndio kuti azipanga staff mutimo mene moja. Now kwa laptop yani Jesse chatima sugai I didn't know kuti ufetoko eroti basi chima pango jen come pati lemina apanga. Oh yeah. It's okay. Sijanga paper net. Now, they had a plan B. Once we go for physical auditing, we find the ballot papers in the ballot boxes.
That's why we have written Make Nyakuti, when doing physical auditing, don't just count, but let it be a physical auditing. For the law says physical what? Auditing, not recounting. Physical auditing. Checking about paper in the original, the NED, against what was plucked from the ballot papers and booklet.
The serial numbers, all that must be checked. And unfortunately, there's no time, but it has to be done at all cost,
so that the credibility of the election is not in question. Then the third one is direct discrepancies. You find that in multiple polling station, result forms signed by presiding officers and party agents show different tallies from those being announced at Constitutional Center. These are not clerical differences. They are systematic shifts favoring a certain candidate for a particular party. And the Sumakara 1 constituency is almost all what? Constituencies, especially concentrated in 13 districts that we mentioned across the country. Now, Choda Wisa, Choda Gudi, Central Region, Wachuruka Manara and Void. Dezayok Lirongeruro, 22,400 Naran Void, which is more than a constituency number. Actually, Likoma, 3 Likomas, Naran Void. Deza, 10.5, Doha, 8.9, Kasungu, 8.2, Salima, 5.2, Gorakora, 5.6, Nchisi, 5.9, Zomba, 4.8, Mwanza 1,000, Rumpi 1,000, Karonga 800 Jagut, Nsanje 2.7. Now, find the where DPP is strong, like Cholo, Mulanje 400 Jani, non-void votes. Kumene MCP is strong in tens of thousands in terms of non-void votes. This pattern and that they were smart indeed, but not smart enough. Because when you add Central Region alone, we are getting to over 150,000 non-vote votes just for Central Region alone. And this we have not yet put to make because Tipanga submit today before the close of business today in York. I mean, we are still compiling from other places, so we know by the end of the day, Tipanga submit. I believe we're on track, SG, and also Kazitape, we are on track on this one.
The Tamange did to make it take. Then again, we've got a chain of custody concerns. In several instances, our agents were denied full access to tally materials, or we are obstructed when attempting to verify constituency level documents. Even at polling centers, when it was time to count, our monitors were sent away and their phones were snatched. Especially in the Eastern Region, Sapitwa Belt, I don't call it Rome Belt, I call it Sapitwa Belt. So for the Eastern Region, Sapitwa Belt and pockets of the lower Shire, whereby our monitors were literally denied access to my votes, and our monitors were chased. Whether they were compromised because the God of Mammon is at work, I don't know, but God is great. The truth always prevails. These obstructions break the chain of custody and raise the risk that original records were altered after polling. Their phones were confiscated and denied to monitor the counting of votes and sealing of ballot boxes. Because these are factual evidence-based findings,
and because of democracy demands, and because democracy demands transparency, the Malawi Congress Party has taken the above complaints to Malawi Electoral Commission, and we're compiling more evidence on the same, except for one, Ndagambakaria now void votes in Central Region, which is suspicious. We are trying to check. It has never happened before. It's a new way from TPEX to non-void. I'm at Maita DBB. They are good at that. They've done a good job, but no, we got them. Now we kindly request and we kindly and politely request Malawi Electoral Commission to look into our complaints in a transparent but expeditious manner, because time is not on our side. We will also appreciate if May can publish every constitutional level result form and explain any discrepancy between polling center figures and later tallies to Wabi Empire make as many as easy. Our SG will be writing them on this request because Tangopanga ma conference here, and we have written what we want, but again, we want them to go beyond that to have good credibility, a kind of trust in the electoral process. So we're saying, Goody, we are asking, or we will appreciate if they can publish publicly the constituency result form and explain any discrepancy between that. You see, what's happening is what we discovered, as explained earlier, when, like in my constituency, where I come from, Zimba Central constituency, by the way, I'm the only running mate who has won a primary seat. Say congratulations, guy. Sanarengezi amegeti kwa mano za background jabe. Now running mate na primary seat, I got play by national level. No, not possible. Now, what's happening, Woody? For the sake of our friends to understand, when it transferring the upper manually transmitted computed tally sheet into the EMD, what is going to my voter IP maja Arani? Now this one is a software that is being used across the country. In no way only 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 16 or 20 can be compromised. It means every EMD machine was compromised in that area, in that aspect. Now, if that is compromised, what about the total tallying system? So when would I make a pange check the summation? Because, like in my constituency, I've got 50 point centers. So they were adding manually. They were adding using the machine.
Then we believe that's where now the trick was played. Now, if they're able to penetrate that and flip that, what about it? Make ego. So we trust we trust everybody. We're not speculating anything, and we believe in make and respect make a lot. How summation yama results from polling centers, the formula in the banji, because in the engineer tunapanga summation using Excel sheet. He knows how we do summation, field quantity and cast quantity. Sometimes use AutoCAD to computing. So much you use what? You use Excel. The summation they put some figures to increase volumes. So we're saying to pempe now the worrying part, Dodi, is only consistent with one candidate. That then only a blind cannot see who's behind this. Only a blind man cannot see what? Who is behind this kind of problem. So we're saying no. We call upon MEC to protect all physical and digital election materials to preserve the chain of custody pending investigation and any necessary judicial action, because and we know how our friends operate. We don't want that. So we are calling upon MEC to work with, we are polite and kind, calling upon MEC to work with our civil agents. But the ballot papers, ballot boxes are secured. Pending whatever we need to do. As Malawi Congress Party, we will pursue, I want to assure Malawians and especially our brothers and sisters from Malawi Congress Party that we will pursue every lawful avenue. That's number one. Every lawful avenue. Administrative, that's what we're doing at the moment. This is administrative. If we see no progress, civil ways, and we are appropriate criminal avenues to ensure accountability for those who are tempted to subvert the vote. Again, I say this, we got this. I want to say this once again. I want Malawians to know they did it in 1999. They did it in 2004. They did it 2009, 2014, 2019. I want to show Malawians 2019 was the end of vote rigging. Any attempt to do that will be met with what we are doing at the moment. Yeah. Dr. Chakwera pursues and advises us to uphold the rule of law. That's why you've seen Chipani Chimene Chiri Mboma
ni chimene chidandaula kuti opposition afuna beyani masankho. Instead of opposition kudandaula kuti amboma aube masankho. That's how transparent, honest we are, and we will never tamper with any electoral process. And that's what Chakwera stands for. And that's what we, as Malawi Congress Party, stand for. This is the first time I've visited four calls my friends, some presidents who are my friends, and ministers across Africa and some in America, saying this is the first time whereby the ruling party is complaining of an opposition party trying to rig elections. Suni for pusa yai, koma nfa chilungamo. Koma kupanga chilungamo kwatu, ena asaone ngati ndife ogona. Our institutions, our observers, and our civic resolve are stronger. We will not be intimidated by manipulation, sabotage, deception, because I've seen a lot of people, even upright men, have been deceived. No propaganda. No matter who has been hired to champion the evil agenda, will not be intimidated. I've been attacked personally on social media and everywhere, but I've got eyes on my ball. I never get moved. When you stop at every dog that is barking, you never reach your destination. I repeat, when you stop at every dog that is barking, you never reach your destination. You miss your goal. We will not answer to taunts with threats, because we have seen facts, we have seen evidence. And only those who are hired to champion the evil agenda through propaganda will still be blind to what you have said today, what I said on Friday, and what is going on. We will answer that not with threats. As someone said, we don't do that. The only person who can nyenya is the one who can steal elections. We will answer them with evidence, law, and the full force of a democratic procedure. They came with knives to a drones fight. Auponda. Lastly, but not least, a lighter one. Maybe before I got there. On Friday, when I was called to come back from Zuzu to Lilongwe, the police and other people told me that there are people following you for 3 days. Movements in Zuzu. From home, Tole Center, we are holding meetings. And when we left coming this side, they followed us. We stopped at Gender, but stopped over by Vietnam to just buy a few things. We saw the cars were stopping somewhere. My security people with the bodyguard said, can we apprehend them? Children are few. Children are very few. So at the road broke, we told the police, come on to you. And they're not smart and clever. If you're following someone every day, you change the car. But they think we are so dumb, and so they were apprehended and then custody. And the more details come later. We are not moved and intimidated. If you have one right way, why follow people? Why issue threats? Why propaganda? And by the way, in terms of propaganda, we cannot sustain propaganda based on a lie. It has an expiry date. The only two people that succeeded to that, the Goebbels, Adolf Hitler, and again my good friend Komiko Ali, Iraqi. We are bombing Americans, and people are believing that indeed. But with DPP, I don't see a Komiko Ali with DPP. I don't see any who can attempt to be a Komiko Ali or Goebbels to certain propaganda. It has expired, and most of them is expiring. Malawians, open your eyes and see the truth that we're trying to put across. Whether majority are believing in deception, the law, democratic procedure cannot be blinded. So it doesn't matter how many people have been deceived and have been blinded. The law and the democratic procedure cannot, and I repeat, cannot be blinded or deceived. As I said, on a lighter note, have you noticed that the titango voter pa Tuesday baja mafuta mbobezeka ngambwe mpaka lero no queues? Have you noticed with no more blackouts? Kunzimba ma blackout makata twice 3 times a day. Mulongo mulimozi mozi koma closed voting 6 o'clock pa mafuta ngambwe ma blackouts kuthema tipo pompo. Now when Chakwera said these are cartels, and because it's been very generous and accommodative, notifying people that are deemed cadets, really do know that they'll come back to haunt us. Media people, you are here, go around town, kuri mafuta mabezi kalitiro magesa, they are blackouts anymore? No. All this was properly timed to embarrass government period elections. And only those who have been deceived and blinded by the spirit of mammon with money cannot see this. But hey, there are some of us who can't be deceived. I want to say this boldly and strongly. The darkest hour comes before dawn. I repeat, the darkest hour comes before dawn. No matter how dark it is, light always conquers darkness. Yes. To my fellow Malawi Congress Party members, I want to tell you one thing. The road may be winding, long, dark, and narrow, but hey, the light is here. And we'll get there sooner than later. I thank you all for listening. Maybe you see on that one, is John.
This one. Ziko makwambiri. Tatogoza, a running mate. It's off. Okay, it's at the head.
Use this.
All right. So, ziko makwambiri, a running mate. Naona kuti chifukwa chakufunikira kwa izi kwa nkhani ya lero ndingo mwasanga kuyika mchichewa. Nkhani ya meta kumanana pano ndiya kuti masankho akuchitika ife Malawi Congress Party tawina kali ndiye mutu wa nkhani ili pano. Ndipo running mate ayamba kuonetsa kuti 2014 adayesa utibera 2020 ndipo pamene kunakhala ngati ambuye atibwezeretsa. Ndipo chimene tikunena ife Malawi Congress Party ulendo uno sikuti wina afuna atibereso yayi. Ndekuli ena mukumanena kuti akuberani muli pampando. A running mate anena kuti ayi sana atiberi. Chifukwa meki sinatani sinatulutse mtsogoleri. Mukuti wani wawina ndani. Chachitika nchoti taagwira akufuna kuba. Nde mukamayankhula anzathu a DPP malo moti tawina tinena nikuti tagwidwa tikufuna kuba. Imene ndi nkhani mudzinena kuti atigwira ndipo umboni watani waonetsedwa. Ndenkhani imene running mate amatsindika lero. Chimene akamba iwawa ndi chakuti tidzisiyanitsa kuti ukakhala pa mpando sikuti udzibera masankho, udziwina poyerayera, osati kumazimenya chidali kuti ife timadziwa kuba. Nde ulendo uno makumana ndi anthu oti akugwirani. Simunagwidwa kuno kokha, magwidwa kumpoto, magwidwa kumwera, magwidwa kulikoma, magwidwa kulikonse. Nde kumene mukuauza kunja, auzeni zoona. Running mate akuti auzeni. Achakwera akunena kuti nena ni zoona kuti magwidwa mukuba osati tawina, tidzinena chilungamo mmene zinthu zilili. Nde nkhani imene apempha iwo anena kuti chonda ameki tithandizeni, yang'anitsitsani. Alongosolaso kuti mabedo yake amatani. Choyamba pamaoneka kuti kumaonjezeredwa manambala amtalika. Anthu akumudzi mwina mukumalephera kulongosola kuti akuti amabamotani. Choyamba paonetsedwa pepala loonetsa kuti zoyikidwa mu kompyuta zikusiyana ndi zolemba pamanja. Zinazo amaonjezera ndi kumachepetsa voti achakwera. Kumene kukuonekaso nkhani ya nale apredwa pamodzi ndi onongeka. Running mate anenaso kuti ife mene takhala pano mamonitors ena amatulutsidwa, nthawi yowerenga amatulutsa mrumu, ndikupezeka kuti ena mpaka kumathamangitsidwa, ena kupwetekeka nkati. Chifukwa kumudzi kumukeno zoti kodi chatsitsadzaye nchani. Nkhani imene timakambirana pano ndi imene iyi kuti tabwera kudzaonetsa kuti anthu amachita kugwiritsa makina imene akuti software, kuti anthu kuti kumagwiritsidwa ntchito mamashini kuti anthu awabwere. Nde nkhani chimene tabwera kuti tidzanene ndicho ife ndifoyamika. Amalawi munadzipereka pita makavota, tikuthokozeni kwambiri ndipo mwasunga bata. Nde ife tabwera kukhala pa mpando sikutanthauza kuti tidzibweretsa chitonzo. Tidakafuna zilakakazo sezi zitasokonekera, koma ife dziko lino timalikonda. Achakwera amalikonda dziko lino, sikuti iwo akunena kuti zonse akunena kuti chilungamo chioneke. Nde apapa mukati muonetsetse zalero taona kuti masankhowa kunena zoona. Wina atafusa ndi chani chachodetsa zinthu, tinena kuti chimene chasokoneza zinthu ndichoti ena makamaka titi anzathu a DPP-wa malo moti aendere chilungamo akuyendera kufuna kubera. Ndeti manena pano pa kampeni ife timayesa kuti DPP yasintha khalidwe. Timadabwa anthu oti sanapange kampeni nkomwe, osadziwa kuti akonzekera kupanga staff kukayika zinthu mu mabox. Nde ife tidanena kanthu koyipa sikalowa, kanthu koyipa takapeza. Nde uno chipani chino ndi mzinda woyera, ndi mzinda woyera umene siudzalola kuti kanthu koyipa kalowe. Ndithu aliyese mumtima akumbukire timayimba popanga kampeni, Mulungu wathu wakhala nafe chifukwa wakagwira koyipa kaja ndipo wakayimitsa. Ameki tithandizeni tiyimitse kanthu koyipa. Mzinda woyera ndi uno, ndipo nonse kumene muli Malawi Congress Party ndi chipani cha bata, ndi chipani chomvera malamulo. Tipitiriza kwathu ndikupempha Ambuye khalani nafe. Mene tinkapereka pemphero maliza ndi zimene adzanena pano running mate motumidwa ndi Achakwera. Tikupita kumapeto, running mate akhala kutenga mafunso. Nde ndipemphe kwa amene talongosola kuti mwina ngati panali mafrezi ena poti tamva kuti atikunali zizungu zosokoneza tsagwano kutsogolo matsagwadi kuno. Nde ndipemphe kuti amene sitinamvetse samaria zimene zizi inali menemo. Kwa anu ake chinthuchi ali kumudzi, anu ake sali pano pa Capital Hotel. Tikuyenera kuti tilongosole moti aliyese amvetse. Zikomo kwambiri pa nthawi ino ndipemphe mafunso amene ayankhidwe ndi running mate athu. Nde munthu akafuna kufusa akweze dzanja anene kuti akuchokera kuti. Tipemphe mafunso anthu mabwera ndikale ndipo kuti zambiri zoti tichite. Malawi Congress Party mafuna ilemekeze nthawi yanu. Nde mfuse funso direct ndipo ngati funso limene wafunsa wina wafunsa kale lisabwerezedwe. Amene tifuna tifunse anyuzi bwerani pano, ndipo masukani funsani china chilichonse tikufuna kuti muyankhidwe. Iniyo ndi udindo wanu kuti muthe kufunsafunsa. Masukani ndithu mubwera kutsogolo kuno. Tiberovi maiki.
Zikomo kwambiri. Ine ndi John Pokaini kuchokera ku Zodiac. Ndimafuna ndingomvetsetsa kuchokera kwa ino running mate komanso mwina chipani chonse kuti kufikira pamene tili pano mutha kunena kuti ngati chipani mukukhulupirira kuti bungwe la MEC layendetsa bwino kapena liyendetsa bwino chisankho chimenechi, kapena mwataya chikhulupiriro mbungwe la MEC. Pachiwiri pali madandaulo angapo amene mwakhala mukubweretsa. Kodi muli ndi chikhulupiriro kuti pa nthawi yochepa imene yatsalayi, chifukwa mwa malamulo bungwe la MEC limayenera kulengeza zotsatira within 8 days, ndi nthawi yokwanira kuti MEC atha kuunika madandaulo anu ndi kubweretsa zigamulo? Lachitatu, bungwe la MEC kapena kuti inuyo ngati chipani munali ndi anthu amene amalondoloza bwino kuwerengesera zotsatira za chisankho kapena kuti parliamentary center. Mavuto amenewa mwapeza liti amene mukubweretsawo? Mwazindikira liti? Mwapeza liti? Was it at the point where the election was being counted, kapena pa nthawi ino pamene zotsatira zayamba kufika ku National Tally Center? Ndimafunanso nditamvetsetsa pa fundo imene afotokoza kumapeto kuti
Can you limit yourself?
Okay. Panali anthu amene mukuti amakutsatirani ndipo apolisi awatenga. Mwina I don't know if it is too early to disclose their names, koma ndimafuna timvetsetse kuti anthu amenewa mukuti ali m'manja mwa polisi, koma kufikira lero sitinamve chilichonse kuchokera kwa polisi pa nkhani imeneyo. Anthu amenewa akusungidwa kuti ndi ndani? Zikomo kwambiri.
We'll take the first three. Machon, limit your questions to 2, please.
All right. Dzina langa ndine Messi Matonga kuchoka ku Times. Messi Matonga. Bakulankhula kwano munayankhulako kuti mavoti kapena zotsatira zimene zikumaoneka kuchoka ku chipani cha DPP zikumaonetsa kuti zomwe zalembedwa papepala ndi zimene zikumakatuluka chinthu chija chikapangidwa print zikumaoneka kuti zikusiyana, zikumaoneka kuti za apita mutharika zachuluka kuposera zimene zinalembedwa. Ndikukhulupirira ndinamva bwino. System imene kugwiritsidwa ntchito pano kupanga transmit ma results kapena kuprinta zotsatira zimene imati mathematic inavomerezedwa ndipo inaunikidwa, ndipo pakhala zochuluka zoyankhulidwa kuphatiza kuti kunali ku court kuti anthu akapange audit system imeneyi, ndipo nkhani imene inathetsedwa. Ndinene pano kuti inu ya MCP simukukhulupirira ndondomeko ya mathematic imene nthawi yonse yakhala kuti ndiyovomerezeka kuti igwiritsidwe ntchito kuyendetsa chisankho cha chaka chino. Zikomo kwambiri.
Okay. Ndine Ruthi. Okay.
You can go ahead.
Okay. Ndine Ruth Daudi from Angaliba. Zipani zambiri itazoona zikupanga claim kuti zaberedwa mavoti. Now inuyo achipani cha Congress amene mukanali pano kulamulira. Nimafuna ndifunse kuti kodi mu perception yanu, you've been in governance 2+ years. Mukuganiza kuti you have served Malawians enough for them to give you a second chance. And also, I caught the word, we've got this. Okay.
Second year, we got this.
Yes, I caught the word, we've got this. With that word, being Antonina Kuti Mulimboma Kale, why are you not confident enough waiting for the results than making a statement every now and then, Kuti Mabweredwa mavote? Thank you.
Okay. Zikomo kwambiri, ine ndi Patrick Kachere kuchokera ku Umunthu FM. Nthawi ino ndi nthawi yovuta kwambiri imene mitima ya anthu ili mwamba. Mufotokoza kwanu mwafotokozapo kuti madera ena mwaberedwa. Koma bungwe la MEC ngati nalitsata bwino lakhali kumalengeza kuti akwakuti malipoti osimikizika ayenda motere. Mwina inuyo ngati chipani pankhani ya mtendere mungatipo chani kuti mitima ya Malawi ikhazikike ziko.
Panta ino tapatsa running mate mwayi woti ayankheko chifazi yamba olowana akachoka ameneko will give you a chance ali esafisa nditu then mwina akuyankha you can take your seats then you come in the order ene mutiri ziko.
All right. Should I come there? All right. Okay. Tivanepa. John Paul from Zodiac. Do we trust that we can run the electoral process fairly? We have trust in MEC, no doubt about that. If we didn't have trust in MEC, we wouldn't have been lodging complaints to them. We would have gone straight to court. But because we trust the electoral process, democratic processes, and we trust in MEC, that's why our complaints are going to MEC. So we are proving our trust in MEC by going to them with our complaints, not going to court. Is there enough time? Good day, Abange, look into our complaints. Yes, there's more time. 8 days is enough time. And even if we brought this on the 7th day, they have got capacity to look into our complaints. So we have confidence with our Abanga Banj. And remember, Ameki got several options. Several options. Do not be misled by propaganda. Which law? Let them read the law. If MEC is unable to verify everything and audit everything, they have got several options. I'll not say them myself, but as journalists, go and read the law, what the law says, the option that MEC has. Yeah. Then, how good we had monitors and in centers, and again, is this how this happened, and the Mazipizalitiro. So you see, we voted on Tuesday. They started counting the votes Tuesday. Results started trickling in on Wednesday. So by Wednesday, we started getting feedback. The same Tuesday, Mazuro, like from Mangochi Northwest and other centers where our monitors were chased, we got them the same day, and the complaints were lodged at the local polling center already and to the DC, and we have that evidence. But we are yet to submit to make maybe the role of Mawa Tipa and to make. So we started getting some of these issues like the chasing away monitors, not allowing them to count, monitor the counting and the what do you call it, and the counting and sealing of the ballot boxes same day Tuesday. Also. But we said, okay, complain to our polling center because we need evidence and take it from there. So that's part of the affidavits we are getting in Mangochi and various districts where we sent our lawyers to get affidavits. And yes, it's because we had monitors at the constituency level and polling center level. You see, we as MCP, as the ruling party at the moment, tika nafuno kandi mangaraza twanja. Tiganathamangisa mamonitors out in our stronghold central region. But we're not like them. And we'll never be like them. But in their strongholds, they chased our people because they know and who don't know it is. That's how evil our friends are. But we don't, we are cool, we are fine, we got this. We don't have to follow. They were following me. Banji, and the like. Don't worry. The things that are being unearthed will come out in the open soon. But the law is being followed to the letter. And I'm not intimidated. I don't ever be intimidated. As I always say, Fia and me are twin brothers, and I'm the eldest. My sister, Mese Matonga, Adibanji Gordon. My good brother, one person morning. That's a lighter moment. Huh? Amafusa messages additional votes. Pajani pa smart. What smartmatic? Majani. Smart voters when smartmatic. You see, Nena Gudi and Zatwaja, they're very smart in doing evil. They plan very well. I wish their plans were directed towards positive stuff, not negativity. We have discovered them going to court complaining about Smartmatic was a decoy. It was a decoy. Us fighting them in court, or not us, people fighting them in court while they are busy planning evil and scheming. So it was, they are good. They are very good on that one. They are very good on that one. But they are good in doing bad things, not positive stuff. Do we trust Smartmatic? Yes, we do. Very much so. We do. But remember, this technology is a system that is managed by people and can be interfered at any level. Remember, 2019, there was a ghost in the system you make. Someone interfered into the system. So we can't rule that one out. We can't rule that one out. But we trust make and Smartmatic. But we're asking make to look. That's why I was very specific. I want to me away. I'm going to do a summation. Yama vote up Peter Mutharika from all polling centers. Could you go in the bunch from Yurayaki? That's why I was emphatic, because we have to be specific with our request, not just being vague and we are pointing them to the money up. If I go to our findings, we feel up. Everybody vote. What was the other question? Message? There are two, only one or two. Did you ask questions? Message? Just one, huh? Yeah, I think we do. I think that's one question, huh? And there was Angaliba, Ruth Dowd Suleiman, Ruth Dowd, Angaliba. Where are you, Ruth? Oh, you're there. Going to Ngaliba. We have said for 5 years. For 2 plus 5 years, 5 years, huh? Do Malawians have a reason to give us another chance? Funso limene mkana funso taya campaign, panopo kama zama elections results utaenda bunch. But because you're my sister, I'll still answer. Yes, and very much so. All right? Yes, and very much so. Actually, many Malawians want us back. Actually, 50+1 Malawians want us back in power. By the way, when I say we got this, we got this. That's why unafunsa so zazimene zozo kuti we got this. Komano banji mukudikira kuti ameka uluseka kuti mauchanjane maberedwa. Don't put words in our mouths. We never said beredwa. It will not happen. It will not happen, not at all. Mwaona Jesse ali hapa Kazipatike, Ochirondola ali hapa, Ogumba ali hapa, Konde ali hapa, Ananse Tembo ali hapa, Ajantunya ali hapa, Asogo, Achole ali hapa. No, Hene Mumba ali hapa, Kusamba Zonza ali hapa, Angadi Bere. Joshua Malongo ndevu zo masharubu alipo mpano zona akabere muntu passing masharubu Joshua Malongo singateke zimenezo yayi. My point is tawagwira kuba inchitumbuka tavakora vakwiba tavakora vakupanga vya ungwibi. Then panali naso ukamaberedo nyumba kwanu Ruth Daud wapeza kuba kukubera amazika ikuba pene ndandaule amazika abekaye akundibera ine tawagwira gwi uyo tawagwira. Patrick Ndani from Umuntu FM Ndani palinda Kajere on the word. Perfect. Friday when I had a press conference, my message was calling Malawians to be calm and peaceful and remain peaceful. So when I the people my demo and they thought they were saying that for long. They can't. If it was I mean that they fail. But what other people go to headquarters, you see a lot of youths from all over. They're staying there at the moment. We are an SG Tumaba kuti enda kana nepando wanu fodi agumba sauna nukondo agumba yayi ndi angateke paro SG. Now we are good people. If we want that, we're gonna reach them, but we don't. We are a peaceful party, and the team yo wina simapo ndayai opangono unamona Mbappe akuponda Mbappe sama aponda Mbappe yayi. All right, another set of questions. Mina afuna akantu aga omaliza the other side, yeah.
The last page, right? Yeah. This make it brief to the point. Zenanga ndine voice kujegera ku Kasumu radio. Mafuna kitwina nena kuti fika na kumbera meki latini za zotsatira zama councils 9 pama council 9 amene bungwe la meki latsimikiza ndimafuna ndidziwe kuchokera ku Chipani muli nayo vuto lina lililonse lama lizatsa amenewa zikoma kwambiri.
Just a moment. All right, another.
Yeah, my name is Jim Michael from Jim Michael. Jim Michael.
Jim?
Michael.
Michael from England.
No.
Jim, okay, Jim.
Yeah.
Okay.
GBS TV.
Yeah?
GBS TV.
GBS?
Yes.
Did you mean?
Area 17.
Yeah?
Behind the Kamuzu Street for Sports.
GBS TV?
Yes.
GBS TV. Oh, wow. Okay. GBS TV. All right.
You have just indicated that some of the challenges which you have noted during the electoral process. Now, I wish to know, how are you going to make sure that you are seeking for clarity doesn't compromise the MEC services and maybe their process of coming up with official results? Thank you. How, from the challenges which you have noted, I wish to know, how are you going to make sure that you are seeking for justice and clarity does not compromise the Malawi Electoral Commission services and seeking, coming up with official results? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Karo Kajiwanda, Linga FM Radio.
Linga FM?
Yes.
Area 14?
Yes.
Karo Kajiwanda.
Mwakambapo kuti mamonitors yanu anatulutsidwa nthawi yowerengera mavoti. Mostly, yes. Mwina izi mwadziwa liti kupangiranso kuti dzana panali ndithu press briefing ina lachitatu madzulo ku headquarters simudafotokozeko za izi, komanso kupita chitsogolo muonetsetse kuti mwina pakhala njira zotani kuti mavoti amene amawerengedwa m'madera amene mamonitors anu munalibe pakhale kuti palibe chinyengo china chilichonse chimene chinachitika. Eziko. Ine ndi Luse Kadzongwe kuchokera ku Mibawa Television. Luse Kadzongwe kuchokera ku Mibawa. Pamene mukudikira kuti MEC mwina liyankhe madandaulo amene mwakapereka, anthu anu funso ili nafunsaso Madamu Kabwira, anthu anu mukwakonzekeretsa motani kuti chotsatira china chilichonse chimene chingabwere athe kuchilandira? Zikomo.
Running mate, over to you.
All right. Lolo ndaphunzirapo kuti kuli GBS TV. Alinga ndikuidziwa ya Alex Major idziwa. Tono just a minute. Kuti namba ndi Rapkenet. Rapken was the first one, then Katata. Okay, fine. All right, thank you so much for the questions. I think that's the last set of questions. What's on Rapken Agu Kasungu Radio? Mnafunsa kuti kodi ameke abangaba announces ama councils 9 inuyo mwindima issues lima yasamene o mukupe mpani mundilole kuti pakali panopa ndisayange fusolemene lolo popeza tikupanga follow administrative procedures ndi ameke ndi pempani ma journalist makamagalo waiso napkeni fuso lako pepa sindiliyanka kai pakali pano, but I think yankodibwera as we go along tomorrow or by Monday or by Tuesday. By close of the tomorrow, I think some things will have happened. One thing we want to make it clear is that we'll never antagonize MEC, never. Never, N-E-V-E-R, no matter what, we'll never antagonize them. That's why in my statement I said, we are following administrative procedures. Should we not get justice through that, we'll follow civil procedures. If push comes to shove, even criminal procedures. So, I think that's how I can answer that question. We are pursuing every administrative procedure, and some of the things Singazi and Kurika media, because they are sensitive in away, and I don't want to be misinterpreted. I'm attacking Make or whatever and the like. Never attacking anyone. Jem Michael, my friend from the Great Britain, Jem Michael, GBS TV. Where are you, Jem? Are you Jem? All right, good to see you, my brother. I like your question. Thanks for that question. I was in our pursuit of justice and seeking clarity to our concerns. Are we going to compromise Make? We are law abiding. We have the most worst evidence, more than atypics, in terms of the gravity of the irregularities of sin. It's more than typics. As I said, Anzatwaja atamangisa mamulas ao atu in their strongholds. In our strongholds, there's no incident of anyone being chased or beaten, not even one, because we are peace and law abiding. Peace loving and law abiding. Peace, love, and harmony. You know that song, huh? Joseph Hirukacha. That's who we are. So, in our pursuit of justice and clarity, be assured, and be assured, we'll never antagonize Make or any other state institution. But we have trust in the process, and we believe justice will be granted. Karo Kachiwanda, when did you know about this Nayanka Room of Ceremony? We said no repetitions, and on that one, Mamma doing chase. Nanena Soti, Tinazi was Clomero Tuesday Mazulo, and the comments were lodged to make. Nanena Joncho, Nayam Joncho. They were lodged in Romero. But now, as a party, we are putting all those together. It's Jimmy to me, but all those stuff. We are correcting from various, so we don't want to go to make it. Kani mozi repeatedly everything to do that particular kani. So we are getting from various statements from various people. Could know Mawalino, this is what happened with our monitors, and this only happened in Eastern region and the Sapito Belt mostly. Then we Nandiluse Kadzongwe from Mibawa, a good and atu tiwakonzelekesa motani kuti malizasi akabwe butabwera kunolusi kachiwa akadzongwe tabwera kunolusi ndifuna fusoko usafuse ndi mantha ufuse bwino bwino mobeka veveve come this side lusi wadi unasira malire fulimenero. No one will debate you. Nobody from Congress Party will debate you. Ask Bino peacefully. Mantendere. Tafusa Bino. Amva. Oh, Fatenge Janet.
Chuchuchu. Honorable, sinafuse mamata. Fusolo linali nditu straight to the point. Pachisankho timembegezera zotsatira ziwiri. Kukanakhala kumpira tikanati zitatu kukhala draw. Koma uku ndi kuchisankho zita ziwiri kuwina kapena kugonja. In case Malawi decides otherwise as MCP, anthu anu chotsatira cha chisankho chimene chichi terekezo lichapita mwina mmene simukuganizira anthuwa mukuwakonzekeretsa kuti adzathe kuchivomereza chimene mwina Malawi angasankhe kuti akupangireni. Zikomo kwambiri honorable.
All right. I'm saying this to Malawians and more specifically to members of Malawi Congress Party and the 50+1 that voted for Chakwera. I say it again. I'm addressing Malawians, Malawi Congress Party members, and the 50+1 that voted for Chakwera. Tiwakonzerekeresa kuti azate kuvomereza zimene Make yanena. Zikomo kwambiri.
tiyamike kwambiri apa ndi pamene pabwera pamapeto pake pa meeting yathu msonkhano umene timabwera kudzatsindika kuti chisankhochi tawina tungodikira meki ilengeze nde pa nthawi ino tifuna tipemphe amene anatitsogolera kuti tilandire pemphero tonse tigonje nde I think majananga ndimnatse ya mutitsekereko
tiseke maso tiyamike zikomwe Yehova mulungu okhulupirika mulungu okhala kumwamba Yehova amene Yehova mulungu munatilenga nitolinga tikukuthokozani Yehova mulungu mutatitana Yehova malo ano Yehova mulungu inde Yehova mulungu inde pazonse Yehova mulungu programu yonse munga muna Yehova mulungu munayikizira kuti Yehova mulungu ikhalire mulungu kuti munali nafe Yehova mulungu tikukuthokozani ndikukuyamikani mulandire ulemu mulandire matamando falire Yehova mulungu muyankha mapemphero athu Yehova mulungu mukwezeke mutamandike muzina lopambana la Yesu Kristu pemphera.